All right, so I just got off the Carnival Jubilee yesterday. I am fresh home, long day of travel, but I like to come on here right after and give my initial kind of review and debrief of how the trip went. So let's get into it. Hey everyone, John here from Bite Size Cruises. Welcome back to the channel if it's your first time here. Thanks so much for coming to check us out. We're just a small travel agency. We love to give you the best information possible about cruising so that you can plan and go on an amazing cruise vacation. If that sounds good, if you love this video, please subscribe to our channel. We would love to have you join our fun little community here. So I just got off the Carnival Jubilee yesterday. It took me forever to get home. I got home at midnight last night between 12 and 1 a.m. I'm officially home. In the office today, just trying to catch up on stuff. So I wanted to do a quick debrief of the trip. So let's get into it. We left out of Galveston, Texas. I have some feelings about the port. We'll probably do a whole video on the port. So I flew into Houston. There are 2 airports in Houston. Always want to be cautious of that. From there, I took an Uber to the hotel that I was staying at, which was Harbor House Hotel. We'll do a full video on that as well. That was great. Stayed there, saw the beautiful Jubilee come in the morning before our cruise. I saw the Norwegian Prima go out the day before. It was freezing the day before. Very windy and cold. I saw the Prima leave. So let's talk about embarkation. From my hotel, I could walk to the port. It was about 200 feet to the terminal. So I walked to the terminal. I had a 12:30, I believe it was 12 to 12:30 check-in time, not embarkation time, just check-in time. So I checked in. I will say the embarkation was chaotic but smooth. I know that's like kind of sounds weird, but there was a lot of people directing you where to go, which is good, but it was a lot of lines for no reason. So there was a huge line getting into the terminal that moved very, very quickly that probably didn't need to be there. Then once you went in, there was like twisting and turning and everything else when it probably just could have been open and there could have been a shorter queue in the front. Now I know that they're preparing for over 6,000 people. It's a big ship for Galveston. So I think it's just like extra preparedness, but it created chaos. And then the check-in process I thought was super chaotic. So normally you have like check-in points where there would be like 20 people standing in the front and they're each at like a little thing. In the Carnival terminal, they're just like everywhere. So it's just people zigzagging in and out to try to get to the people checking in. You could have easily walked by the people checking in. Now, there are tons of people double, triple checking, so it's not an issue. It was just, I thought, again, very smooth, very quick, just more chaotic than I think it needed to be. Could have been just set up better. So you check in and then you go through security. Security was very smooth. And then you get checked again when you're getting on the ship. And then obviously we all know now that the dogs that smell you on Carnival, to make sure you don't have any CBD or weed or anything else for that matter. So that was very smooth. From the time I got to the terminal to the time I was on the ship was just about 20 minutes. Super smooth. Everything was great. Got on the ship. My initial impressions were that the ship was beautiful and it didn't seem crowded. There wasn't like a big tie-up when you got on the ship there. Everybody seemed to be spread out in different places. And that'll lead to a couple of my points about this ship. I really enjoyed the ship. It's like in my top 5 probably cruise ships that I've been on. I loved it. The Jubilee is a beautiful cruise ship. The zones really spread people out so it doesn't get too crowded in a particular area. Next up, let's talk about the service over the course of the week. All the service I had was excellent. Everybody was really nice, eager to help. I didn't see any difference in the level of service from Royal or Norwegian to Carnival. It was all very good. My room steward was in twice a day, which is better than Royal and NCL now. He was pretty much everywhere. He was awesome. His name was Sri, S-R-I, and he was fantastic. Just a great guy and did a wonderful job. Again, you get the towel animals every day, which is really nice. So really good time. He was awesome. And all the service at all the bars, the restaurants, everybody was great. I had fantastic service throughout the ship, the bar staff, everything. So let's get into the next thing, which is entertainment. I'm going to go through each kind of level of entertainment. I have some notes up here too, just in case you see me looking up. So the entertainment for the production shows was very, very good. So let's talk about the ones that were in the theater. We had Celestial Strings. We had Dear Future Husband. And then we had Soulbound was another one. All of those were great. I thought the staff was great. The singers were great. The dancers were great. The production was really good. I thought all the different stage setups and everything was good. I will say it was super loud. That doesn't bother me, but there were people complaining about it. But, that's a whole nother thing. Dear Future Husband was awesome. I thought it was really fun. They did a lot of like TikTok-y songs and like fun, just cruise things. It's about a couple that's getting on a cruise ship and getting married the next day and takes you through that adventure. It was great. I thought it was really fun. The Soulbound one was like R&B songs. The thematic part of the show was weird, but the songs were great. The singers were great. Everything was good. The Celestial String song, the show, we saw the first production. And I will say for our first production, it was very good. It was definitely choppy. Like you could tell it's like there's violinists and all the singers. Everybody was great. So here's the thing, right? Knowing music a little bit, the level of difficulty of the songs, they went back to back from like Evanescence, which Amy Lee's like ridiculously good singer. They had Sia in there, she's incredible. They did Chandelier. They did Bring Me to Life. They did a bunch of other songs, just crazy hard songs to sing. So there were points where I was like, whoa, these songs are tough. And they were like, you could tell it was a little bit of a struggle, but they were really, really good. And I guess after maybe a few weeks or so, they're going to be, that show's going to be incredible. But it was really, really good. Enjoyed all the production shows. Now they have other shows in the center stage area, in the like Grand Central area. Those were all very good. The singers and dancers and they had aerialists there, all great. The shows were very good. The production shows were better, I thought, but those shows were great. I enjoyed the singers. I enjoyed everything about them. That venue in particular, I don't know what people's feelings are because I know there's one probably on Celebration and Mardi Gras as well. My thought process, especially on some of the shows in there with the singers and dancers and the other ones with like the magicians and the hypnotists and all that, I thought it was very loud. There was a lot of background, not like the show itself. The show itself was fine. Just a lot of background noise because you have people walking through on 6, 7, and 8. The Java Blue Cafe, the coffee place behind that, and that's always crowded. So I found that to be really noisy and loud, and it was distracting, I thought. There were people talking really loud. That was my only complaint. The shows were very good. The magicians, the magician and hypnotist. I don't know why I continue to do it to myself, but I do. But they were fine. It was fine. The comedy shows were good. Way better than the other cruise lines, in my opinion. I think Carnival did a really good job on the comedy shows. They had like 5 or 6 comedians on board. I saw probably 4 of them, and they were really, really good. I saw PG shows. I saw dirty shows. They were all great. Everything was great there. Let's talk about the game shows. Family Feud is amazing. They did three times they did Family Feud. It was incredible. The families were great. It was like funny, snarky, everything that you love about Family Feud. It's awesome. And that leads me into the cruise director and the staff. Kindle Fire is the cruise director. She is amazing. Just a big bundle of energy. She's a lot. She's like a handful. But she's great. She does a great job. She's all over the ship. It's one of the things that I love about Carnival and sometimes about small cruise ships, which Jubilee is not. But it goes to show you that even on a big ship, the cruise director can be a huge part of your vacation. And Carnival does that better than anybody. Kindle Fire was awesome. She is just a ton of energy. And the rest of the cruise staff was great. She was everywhere. She was at every show, everything I went to. Did a great job. Even we had a medical emergency that was very tragic. She was great at coming on and making announcements and keeping everyone informed, even on disembarkation. She did a really, really good job. So great job for Kindle Fire and the rest of the cruise director staff that did the trivia and everything else. And the aerialist was awesome. I don't know if I said that or not. They were great. Let's get into food. This blew me away. I was expecting mediocre food on Carnival. And the included food, now again, it's a brand new ship. I know people are going to say it's a brand new ship. The included food was great. There are literally tens of options of food that's included in your cruise fare. From Shaq's Big Chicken to Guy's Burger to Guy's Pig and Anchor, which is a barbecue place. You have Coastal Slice, which is your pizza place. Beach Buns, which is hot dog sandwich. It's like a deli. You had Cucina del Capitano, which for the inaugural season is complimentary. You can go one time and then you have to pay. Chibang, same thing, complimentary. It's great. You have your main dining rooms. You have brunch on sea days. You have, I'm trying to think of you have obviously the Lido buffet. And then you have street eats up there. There's like bao buns. There's French fries. There is like shawarma and different things. It's incredible how much included food there is. The Blue Iguana, which is like a Mexican for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Nothing was ever too crowded because there's so many different options. Even on sail away, I went to Shaq's Big Chicken. It was like a 20, 25 minute wait, but that's sail away. Like usually like things are nuts and it was really crowded, but it was awesome. And every other day it was fine. It was quiet. So, and all the food was great. Specialty dining was great. I did a cooking class at Carnival Kitchen. That was so much fun. I'll do a whole video on that. I went to Rudy Seagrill. It was fantastic. I went to the Bonsai Teppanyaki, which was fantastic, and Fahrenheit 555. Fantastic. All of the specialty dining was great. That's enough about that. I'm trying to wrap this up so it's not too long, but I wanted to give you a full kind of review. The bars were really fun. The Alchemy Bar and the Dr. Inks, two of my favorite bars on any cruise ship. Just fun specialty cocktails, really fun drinks. They laser stuff onto drinks there. Tons of fun. Never had a hard time getting a drink. Nothing was too crowded or backed up at any time. Alchemy and Dr. Inks are both very crowded, but both were great. Also on the food, Emeralds, I went there. That's a pay. It was really, really, really good. Let's talk about disembarkation. Ours was very chaotic. We had a tragic event on our cruise, and it pushed back everything. So I don't want to judge that. So I'm sure disembarkation is usually fine. It was a mess. People have no respect for the fact that there was a tragedy or the fact that there are rules and they're trying to get people off efficiently. I saw people yelling and screaming at the staff and just ignoring them and pushing them out of the way. That is terrible and should never happen. So let's forget about the disembarkation. And then the only other thing is the Houston-Galveston traffic construction mess. It takes forever to get to the airport. Coming out of the port, it took 2 hours to get to the airport. Keep that in mind when you're booking your flights. Overall, this was a fantastic cruise. I had an amazing time. All of the vlogs coming out and all of the other videos. So thanks for watching. This was just a little debrief after we get off. No high-tech videos and stuff. Just kind of wanted to give you my raw feelings immediately after the cruise. And then now for the rest of the week or two, we'll get into all the different dining venues, all the different shows, all of that, and we'll do reviews of all those things. Thanks again for watching and have an amazing day. Bye.